At USA Elite Training, one of our favorite training tools is the balance beam. This is a very simple tool to make. It's simply made out of a 2x4, about 5 feet long, and then 1 foot segments underneath it to stabilize the board. As you can see, we use 3 of them here so that it does not warp or sink in the middle. One of our favorite drills at USA Elite Training is our series of drills on the balance beam. These are excellent drills for young pitchers because it forces them to feel balance and staying centered. It forces them correctly on the power line because when they're using the balance beam, their feet are automatically lined up. And it's a bonus because it also becomes an ab exercise because as they hold their body on that balance beam, they have to stabilize themselves using their core. When first starting, the first drill that we teach a new pitcher is the balance beam from power phase position, which means their body is in an open position and their front foot will be set up on the balance beam in a 45. Back foot will be open, more straight position. And they're not going to actually step with their front foot. They're just going to work on closing their back side just so they can feel the balance and get used to the drill. Now, when first doing this with a pitcher, I recommend that you actually spot the pitcher because sometimes their first time doing it, they actually fall off the balance beam. This morning, I have one of our students, Mary, who's going to help us this morning. Now, Mary's done this before, so I won't spot her on this, but as I said, it's her first time doing this drill. I do recommend that you spot the pitcher so they don't fall off. Mary, if you could please get on the balance beam in open position. And notice her front foot is a 45, back foot, open position, body fully open. Her front side glove is going to point at the catcher. And notice, very important when Mary does that, is that she's not locking that front elbow. Her glove is turned in. That glove side wants to pull into the body with the elbows. The back arm, okay, is up. All right, not locking. All right, bend. Go ahead. Now, Mary's going to do is she's going to throw the ball. Excellent. And she's going to close. And notice Mary maintains her balance on the balance beam. She's not falling off right or left. Excellent. Again, Mary. Now Mary's making this look much easier than when your student first does this. Go ahead. Excellent. As many times the first time a young pitcher does this, they end up falling a couple times. Hold on, Mary. Keep that elbow a little bit more relaxed. There we go. Excellent. Go ahead. If we can, we like to see if the players can actually hold that position on the balance beam on their front side, which we call a figure 4 position, for 2 seconds. Excellent. As you can see while they're doing this, there we had one slip. We had one little balance. There we go. What's great about this drill, because the balance beam obviously is a straight line, it automatically gets their feet lined up, because we found with young pitchers, they really struggle with staying on the line of motion with their feet, and they really struggle with driving to the center. And this forces all your mechanics to the line of motion, to the center, to the catcher. One more, Mary. Excellent. Now this time I'm having Mary, when she's doing the drill, hold her back leg, right leg, up in a high knee position. Now this is an exaggeration that we do so that a pitcher will feel the full weight transfer on their front foot. Obviously this isn't something you're going to do on a normal pitch, but when we're trying to teach young pitchers resistance and weight transfer on that front plant foot, this is a great way for them to feel it. And if they can hold on a balance beam, as Mary is doing with that high knee, it'll get them that feel. One of our favorite drills to do in our balance beam series is full motion pause. This is a drill that we will do after the pitcher has gotten through the power phase, open position drills. This is also an excellent drill that leads into full motion. This drill helps the player feel, 1, full open, 2, getting their feet lined up, and 3, balance. Obviously with the balance beam, you have to use your core, so it makes a great ab exercise. When we do this drill, they're actually going to start, unlike the previous balance beam drill, they're going to start facing the catcher like they're pitching the ball full motion. But when they do this drill, they are gonna actually stop on the balance beam. I do not want them going all the way through like a full motion pitch. You want to make sure that they have balance on that front foot and they land correctly, because we don't want them getting hurt. So we're going to have Mary help us today. Mary's going to get on the balance beam. Her front foot, right foot as a righty, will be on the beam. Her left foot is actually in the air. So she's stabilizing her body completely on one leg. Mary's then going to come out like she's pitching a ball, push and pivot out to open position and stopping on the beam. Now when Mary does this, notice her front glove side. Okay, we have bend, gloves turned in, open, front foot is 45. On the back side, okay, we have bend in the elbow, okay. In here we're not locking. Back foot is fully open, nice and stabilized. Then Mary will complete her pitch. Excellent. Right there we have to see Mary got a little bit on the heels. When that happens, you're automatically going to fall off the balance beam. Again, Mary. As I said, this is the drill that we use to transition a pitcher from the drills from power phase position, open X position, into full motion. All right, this is not an easy drill. All right, this will take practice. And on this drill, you want to make sure that you do spot your kids when they first do it. As I said, Mary is experienced at doing this and has already mastered doing this drill. But a new pitcher, this will be very challenging for them. Try to hold that balance at the end for Mary for 2 seconds. Excellent, there we go. Once again, we have Mary holding that high knee up at the end. And that is an exaggeration in our drills for Mary to feel her balance on her front resistance leg. Remember, we will not be doing this in a game, but this is a method of teaching that helps the player feel resistance and correct close of that back hip.